The predominant reaction to the women's movement was ridicule. It took us a long time to be taken seriously enough to be opposed. Clearly, it's helpful to women because you can get the information wherever you are in your home. You're also safe, in a sense, because you don't have to go out into the street, which is sometimes dangerous. So women around the world really are making huge use of digital media in every way. And also because the big majority of non-literate people, about 70%, are women. It's very helpful to have a kind of YouTube access to information. However, all these things are just the medium. The question is, what is the message? So to the extent that we can craft the message, it's helpful. To the extent that it's still the same old message that was there in the first place, it's a problem. Well, in the beginning, when the movement started, I was already a freelance writer, and nobody would let me write about what was, I thought, a very important social justice movement. and also, there was no way for a woman just to go to a newsstand and find out about it, and that's why we started Ms. Magazine. That was my biggest media effort. Then finally I got up the nerve to do what I'm doing now, which is to speak in public, which took a while. I mean, writers are writers because they don't want to talk, right? And ever since then, I've been doing a fair amount of media, also traveling around this in other countries as a lecturer and an organizer. And I've had the great pleasure of seeing it blossom and grow. People come up to me in the street just because they know I'm part of it, not because it's all about me, and tell me how their lives are changed and what's happening and, what to do about this. It's great. Well, Dylan McGee of Cunard McGee came to me and said, there's no Eyes on the Prize, which was the great civil rights documentary of the women's movement. And why don't we do it through your life? And I said, but you can't do a movement through one person's life. But we must do this, and especially when some of the women are around, not going to be around that much to interview longer, as well as younger women. And so that was 8 years ago, and it's been growing ever since. Before this wave of feminism came along, the majority of people probably thought that male and female roles were due to biology or nature, or God, or Freud, or something that you couldn't change. Now, the majority of people in this country know that if there is inequality, it's wrong, it's unjust, that we're all human beings, and the point is our individual talents. That's a huge change, huge, huge change.